Happiness is not something that is found by chance. It is not hidden somewhere waiting to be discovered. Happiness is something that is built, that is designed with intention, wisdom, and discipline. Many people spend their entire lives waiting for something to happen so that they can finally be happy. They say, when I get that job, I will be happy. When I meet the right person, I will be happy. When I make more money, I will be happy. But happiness does not work that way. It is not a prize reserved for those who reach certain milestones. It is the result of daily choices, of the way you decide to live your life. Imagine an architect. He does not start building a house without a blueprint. He does not just pile bricks randomly, hoping that in the end it will turn out something beautiful. No, he draws every detail, plans every space, chooses the best materials. Happiness requires the same level of intention. If you want a happy life, you need to design it. You need to decide clearly what are the essential elements for this construction. And this construction starts from the inside out. There is no point in seeking happiness in external factors. It is not in a new car, a promotion at work, or a trip to an exotic place. All of these can bring moments of pleasure, but true happiness comes from your personal growth, your purpose, the way you see life and relate to the people around you. A happy life begins with a defined purpose. This is essential because without a purpose, life becomes a sequence of empty days, without direction, without meaning. And here is the problem. Many people are just existing, not really living. They wake up, go to work, pay the bills, face traffic, watch television, sleep, and repeat this day after day without ever stopping to ask themselves. Now, I ask you, what do you really want to achieve? What makes your heart sing? Because happy people don't live just to survive. They don't live on autopilot, waiting for something magical to happen and transform their lives. They are clear about what they want, and this clarity gives them energy, enthusiasm, motivation. If you wake up every morning without a strong reason to get out of bed, then something needs to change, because happiness doesn't come from simply getting through the day. It comes from building something meaningful, something that inspires you, something that makes each day worthwhile. Now you might ask me, but Jim, how do I discover my purpose? Here's the answer. Start by asking yourself what really matters to you. What makes you feel alive? What gives you that sense of accomplishment, of contributing to something bigger than yourself? I'm not just talking about career or money. I'm talking about something that gives meaning to your existence. It could be building an incredible family. It could be inspiring others. It could be creating something unique in the world. Purpose is different for everyone, but the truth is that we all need a purpose to live a happy and fulfilled life. Now, look at what happens when you have a strong purpose. You wake up with energy. Do you know why? Because you know that each day is an opportunity to move forward, to build something meaningful. You don't feel lost without direction. You have a direction. When you know where you're going, obstacles stop being excuses to give up. They become part of the process. You learn from them, grow from them, and keep moving forward because you know that your vision is bigger than any setback. You feel genuine joy in the journey, and that's key. Many people think that happiness is about achieving a goal in the future. But I tell you, true happiness is not just about the final destination. It is about the journey. When you have a purpose, each step of the journey brings you satisfaction because you know that you are living in accordance with what really matters to you. Now, look at the reality of most people. They let life happen without intention, without direction. They hope that one day, by chance, everything will fall into place. But do you know what happens when you don't define a clear purpose for your life? Other people define it for you. Society defines it. Your boss defines it. The media defines it. And in the end, you look back and realize that you spent years chasing things that didn't even matter to you. I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to take control of your life. Stop for a moment and really think, what kind of life do I want to build? No matter where you are now, no matter your age, no matter your challenges, you can always redefine your purpose. You can always decide that. Starting today, you will live with more intention. But here's the key. You need to take action. It's not enough to just think about your purpose. It's not enough to just have dreams. You need to translate that into action, because a purpose without action is just an illusion. So start today, grab a piece of paper and write down, what makes me feel alive? What would I do every day even if I didn't get anything in return? How do I want to be remembered? What really matters to me? And once you have these answers, start aligning your life with them. Adjust your routine. Change your habits. Say no to what doesn't contribute to your purpose, and say yes to what puts you on the path to the life you want to live. Because in the end, happiness is not a mystery nor a hidden secret. It is the result of a life lived with meaning, with purpose, with intention. And you have the power to design that life. The only question is, are you ready to make that commitment to yourself? Happiness is directly linked to growth. There is no other way. True contentment does not come from simply achieving a goal, but from the continuous process of evolution. It is the deep satisfaction of knowing that each day you are becoming a better, stronger, wiser person. Progress is the essence of life. A river that does not flow turns into a swamp. A tree that stops growing begins to die. The same happens with people. When we stop growing, we lose the sparkle in our eyes, the energy, the enthusiasm for life. Growth does not happen by chance. It needs to be cultivated, nurtured, sought with intention. You need to feed your mind with knowledge, challenge your body with action, expand your horizons with new experiences. Every day is an opportunity to become a little better than you were yesterday. Reading is a bridge to transformation. Each page read adds a new piece to the puzzle of understanding. Each idea absorbed shapes the way you see the world. The great masters of history have left their teachings recorded, and those seeking wisdom can access them at any time. Knowledge transforms an individual, elevates their vision, and expands their capacity to act. Learning new skills opens doors to a larger world. The human mind has an infinite capacity for adaptation. The more one learns, the more one discovers that there is still more to learn. The pursuit of mastering new skills not only increases a person's value in the world, but also strengthens their confidence, their resilience, and their ability to face challenges with confidence. Challenges are the great teachers of life. They are what shape character, test determination, and reveal true inner strength. Each obstacle overcome strengthens the mind, making it more resilient, more disciplined, and more focused. Growth does not happen in comfort. It happens in overcoming, in facing difficulties, in transforming the impossible into reality. The journey of growth is never ending. With each new level reached, a new horizon reveals itself. Each step conquered shows that there is a next step to be climbed. Evolution is constant, and the more you progress, the more happiness becomes your natural state. Personal transformation is not a destination, but an ongoing process. Committing to daily growth creates a life of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment. There is no limit to what can be achieved for those who commit to their own evolution. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This is non-negotiable. The environment you surround yourself in, the voices you hear on a daily basis, the influences you allow around you shape the way you think, act, and react to life. If you want a happy, prosperous, and meaningful life, it is essential to choose wisely who walks by your side. The energy of the people around you affects your worldview. The way they speak, the way they behave, the way they deal with challenges and opportunities directly influences your own behavior. Being surrounded by positive, inspiring people, determined to grow and build something meaningful, creates an environment where progress becomes natural. Living with people who think big, who see possibilities, who constantly challenge themselves, and who have a growth mindset strengthens your own journey of evolution. The presence of people who encourage your development generates a cycle of continuous growth. Conversations become more productive. Exchanges of ideas are enriching. Challenges are seen as opportunities, and the motivation to reach new heights intensifies. Success Happiness and fulfillment cease to be distant concepts and become part of the routine. Positive energy drives action, and consistent action leads to real and lasting transformation. On the other hand, being surrounded by negativity makes any progress more difficult. The limiting mentality of people who complain, who see only problems, who disbelieve in their own dreams and demotivate those around them creates an invisible weight, a constant blockage that prevents expansion. Negativity drains energy, weakens determination, and creates an environment where mediocrity becomes acceptable. Stagnation sets in, and the ability to dream big dissolves into pessimism. The environment determines the level of possibilities that a person sees for themselves. A strengthening social circle broadens horizons, while a toxic social circle limits perspectives. Living with people aligned with a vision of growth generates the drive to move forward, to seek more, to develop skills, and to achieve greater achievements. Each interaction with an inspiring person adds something valuable to the journey, while each interaction with a negative person requires extra effort to maintain clarity of purpose and determination. The quality of relationships directly impacts the quality of life. Being surrounded by individuals who live with purpose, who have clear goals, who believe in their own capabilities, and who encourage mutual success creates a fertile environment for extraordinary achievements. Encouragement, the exchange of productive ideas, support in challenging moments, and the celebration of victories make the journey easier and more rewarding. Growth becomes inevitable and happiness manifests naturally. The decision to consciously choose the influences around you completely transforms a person's trajectory. Surrounding yourself with people who challenge you to think bigger, who raise your standards of behavior, who inspire you to seek the best in all areas of life, strengthens the mind and paves the way for a reality of fulfillment and success. Being in tune with a group of individuals who share high values and a growth mindset creates a collective force capable of propelling anyone to new levels of fulfillment and happiness. Personal transformation happens in the right environment. Growth happens when you are surrounded by positive stimuli. Prosperity happens when the influences around you encourage evolution. An extraordinary life begins with choosing to be around people who elevate, strengthen, and inspire the best that is within each person. Many people live believing that happiness is always somewhere far away. They imagine that they will be happy when they get a better job, when they earn more money, when they buy that dream house, or when they finally achieve the recognition they desire. But this mentality creates a dangerous trap. It always places happiness in the future, always out of reach, always conditioned on something that has not yet happened. This prevents true joy from being experienced in the only moment that truly exists, the now. Happiness is not a destination. It is not waiting for anyone at the end of a long road. It is a habit, a state of being that can be cultivated daily. It does not depend on external circumstances, but on the way one chooses to see life. Gratitude is the key to this transformation. When one learns to appreciate what one already has, everything changes. The mind stops focusing on what is missing and starts to recognize the abundance that already exists. Every little detail of everyday life becomes a source of joy. The simple fact of having a new day ahead of you, of breathing, of learning something new, of having loved ones around all of this begins to be recognized as a blessing. Gratitude not only brings peace, but also creates space for more growth, more accomplishments, more achievements. When you appreciate what already exists, the universe responds with more. Focusing on abundance generates more abundance. Acknowledging what has already been achieved paves the way for new opportunities. True happiness does not come from waiting, but from the decision to see the present with an eye of appreciation. It lies in the act of finding beauty in the little things, of celebrating each step of the journey, of recognizing that each day brings with it new reasons to smile. Life becomes lighter, richer, more meaningful. The daily practice of gratitude strengthens the mind. It changes the way we face challenges, transforming obstacles into learning experiences and difficulties into growth. It takes the weight of constant dissatisfaction and replaces it with a genuine sense of fulfillment. True prosperity begins with the understanding that there is already enough. Happiness does not need to be postponed. nor does it need to be conditioned on something that has not yet arrived. It can be experienced now, in the very present moment. Choosing to value what you have is the first step towards a richer, more complete, and happier life. What happens around you doesn't have as much power as what happens inside you. Life will always bring challenges. It will always present obstacles. It will always test your resolve. But none of that matters as much as how you choose to respond to each situation. External events may try to push you down, but it is your mindset that defines whether you stand up or give up. It is what happens inside you that decides your destiny. Developing a strong mindset is a non-negotiable commitment for those who want a happy and fulfilled life. Mental strength is not born by chance. It does not arise spontaneously. It is built day after day, strengthened by the habit of facing challenges with courage, by the conscious decision to grow, by the commitment to not allow external circumstances to govern your emotions and actions. Resilience is the ability to stand firm, to keep moving forward even when things seem difficult. Life will never be perfect. It will never be free of difficulties. But none of these have the power to define what a person can or cannot achieve. What really matters is how you deal with challenges, the attitude you adopt when faced with adversity, and the inner strength you cultivate to transform any situation into learning and growth. A positive mindset does not mean ignoring problems. It does not mean pretending that everything is always fine. It means choosing to focus on what can be done, what can be improved, what can be learned. It means seeing solutions where others only see difficulties. It means believing that there is always a next step, always a way out, always a way forward. The discipline of feeding your mind with empowering thoughts transforms the way you live. Those who choose to cultivate growth thoughts find opportunities where before they only saw limitations. Those who decide to feed their minds with confidence develop the ability to adapt, to innovate, to persist. Those who commit to maintaining an optimistic outlook discover that happiness does not lie in avoiding challenges, but in overcoming them with determination. The mind governs emotions, and emotions govern actions. Those who control their thoughts control their destiny. It doesn't matter what happens externally because true power is within. A well-trained mind is unshakable, resilient, and capable of transforming any circumstance into an opportunity to grow, learn, and prosper. Nothing can stop someone who has built a strong mindset. No obstacle is too big, no difficulty is too great, no defeat is too permanent. What really matters is not the circumstances, but the ability to respond to them with wisdom, with courage, with the firm conviction that each challenge brings with it the opportunity to become better, stronger, and more fulfilled. Happiness is not a distant destination, something that will one day be reached when all circumstances are aligned, when everything is perfect, when dreams come true. Happiness is not waiting at the end of the journey. It is being shaped now, in the present, in the small choices that are made every day. Each decision, each attitude, each thought is building the life that will be lived tomorrow. What we do daily defines what we will become. There is no secret. There is no shortcut. There is no magic formula that grants instant happiness. There is only the sum of habits, routines, conscious or unconscious choices that over time determine the quality of life. Happiness does not appear by chance. It is not an unexpected gift. It is cultivated, worked for, nurtured with discipline and intention. Every small choice matters. Every decision has weight. Every action leads in a direction closer or further away from what we truly desire. When choices are made wisely, when we act in a way that is aligned with our deepest values, when we prioritize what truly matters, happiness becomes inevitable because it is not something external that needs to be achieved, but a reflection of the way one lives one's life. The commitment to one's own well-being begins with the awareness of daily decisions. The way one spends time, the words one speaks, the thoughts one entertains, the people one spends time with, the habits one reinforces, all of this shapes reality. Choosing wisely means understanding that each moment brings with it an opportunity an opportunity to grow, to become stronger, to align oneself with the life one desires. A disciplined mind builds happiness. A well-structured routine creates balance. A grateful heart transforms any situation into a learning experience. When one takes control of one's actions, when one lives with intention, when one acts consciously, the future ceases to be an unknown and becomes a clear reflection of the decisions made today. Happiness is not a coincidence. It is a result. It arises from a commitment to growth, from the discipline to maintain a positive mindset, from the continuous effort to make choices aligned with one's noblest values. It is achieved in practice, in action, in everyday life. It is present the moment you decide to live life to the fullest, the moment you choose to become a better person, the moment you understand that each step you take is paving the way for a life of fulfillment and purpose. Choosing wisely is a duty, not a mere desire. Each day is an opportunity, a chance to transform reality, to adjust the course of life, and to take full control of one's destiny. We cannot afford to be negligent, to live carelessly, or to allow luck or external circumstances to define our future. The world may change at any moment, but the power to choose remains firmly within us. Each decision is a force that propels life towards or away from a path of progress. We cannot underestimate the impact of a choice. Each small action, each decision we make, has the potential to take us closer or further away from who we truly want to be. Negligence is the greatest enemy of transformation. Letting life happen without a clear purpose, without intentional direction, is like sailing without a rudder. When we do not choose consciously, time, people, and circumstances take over and drag us along, leaving us in a state of inertia or even regret. When we act without wisdom, we are simply reacting to what life imposes on us instead of creating the life we desire. Opportunities do not arise by chance. They are made, constructed, created from deliberate and firm choices. With each dawn, a new opportunity arises. The simple fact of waking up is already a blessing, a chance to start over, to correct the course, to act more wisely, to align actions with higher goals. Each new day brings with it a new set of decisions that shape the path. It does not matter what happened yesterday or in the past. What matters is now. The present moment is the only place where we can act, and it is there that great transformations happen. We cannot waste a single day believing that there is no more time. Time is always present, and with each new dawn, we have the opportunity to make the choices that will lead us to success, happiness, and fulfillment. With each new decision, the opportunity arises to align actions with greater goals. It is not a matter of luck, but of intention. It's not about waiting for things to happen, but about making them happen. Every choice, no matter how small, carries within it the potential to build a richer, more fulfilling life. The way you respond to challenges, the people you choose to associate with, the way you invest your time and energy, all of these contribute to the bigger picture of your life. The power to choose is immense. And with that comes the responsibility to make those choices wisely so that they are always aligned with what truly matters to you. In every moment, the possibility of creating a richer, more meaningful, happier existence is before you. Every second is a chance to take a step closer to who you want to be. The path to a fulfilling life is not out of reach. It is being built, shaped, step by step, decision by decision. Don't let life pass you by without the intention of making each moment count. True happiness, true success, true fulfillment comes from daily work, from the conscious choice to live a life of purpose, from aligning yourself with what matters most, and from never, ever letting the wind of circumstance determine where you go. Your life is yours to create, and the choices you make today will undoubtedly define the legacy you leave tomorrow. Remember, a happy life is not a prize that you receive at the end of your journey. It is not waiting to be achieved at some distant point in the future. Happiness is not saved for later, when everything falls into place, when all your goals are achieved, when success is attained. The truth is that happiness is a daily construction. It is created along the way, with each step taken, with each choice made, with each thought we entertain. The secret is in the process, not in the end. It is in the way you live your day to day, in the type of decisions you make, in the actions you choose to follow, that happiness is forged. Life does not happen by chance. It is designed. Each day is a blank canvas, an opportunity to shape reality, to establish habits that drive, to feed your mind with ideas that expand, to build a future that reflects what you want to be and have. Happiness is not something that comes from outside, but something that is born within you, from the commitment to create a life of value, purpose, and satisfaction. Design your life with intention. Don't let your days pass by randomly, without a clear plan or direction. Life is short, and if we don't take control of our choices, it becomes a series of empty moments without purpose or meaning. When you live with intention, when you decide what you want your life to be, you are creating a future that is in tune with your deepest values, your highest dreams, your most sincere desires. With each conscious choice, you are getting closer to the person you want to be, the legacy you want to leave. Cultivate good habits. They are the foundation of a successful and happy life. Habits don't come overnight, but through constant practice and daily repetition. And it is these habits built over time that determine who you become. Good habits, such as discipline, consistency, reading, taking care of your body and mind, gratitude, perseverance, all of these add up to create a richer and more satisfying life. When you cultivate habits that make you grow, that challenge you, that keep you moving, you are investing in your future. Feed your mind wisely. What you put into your mind is as important as what you put into your body. Your mind is the engine that drives your life. And if you don't feed it with the right information, with constant learning, with ideas that expand your horizons, it will become stagnant and limited. When you dedicate yourself to continuous learning, to the pursuit of knowledge, to deep reflection, your mind becomes an inexhaustible source of strength, creativity, and solutions. You begin to see the world in a new way, with more clarity, more confidence, more possibility. Surround yourself with good people. The environment around you has a profound impact on who you are and what you become. If you are surrounded by people who think small, who are negative, who lack ambition, this will affect your own energy and vision. However, when you surround yourself with people who inspire you, who have a growth mindset, who challenge you to be better, you begin to rise above. Good people bring you wisdom, motivation, joy, and courage. They are a mirror of what you can become. Surround yourself with individuals who believe in your potential, who share your values, and who support you in achieving your goals. A happy life is not a coincidence. It is not a prize given at the end of the journey, but rather the reward for continued effort, for making the right choices, for healthy habits, for constant learning, for building a positive environment, and for dedicating yourself to living with intention. When you make the decision to create a fulfilling life, every day, every moment, happiness begins to manifest from the inside out. And then you realize that the journey, with all its ups and downs, with all its challenges and victories, is where true joy lies. It is the path that is worth taking. It is the path that you build with your own hands. If you follow this path, if you make the right decisions, if you act with intention and purpose, happiness will not be something that happens by chance. It will not be a random event, something that arises from time to time, only when circumstances allow. No, happiness will be an inevitable consequence. It will be the direct reflection of the choices you make every day, the actions you take, the attitudes you adopt. It will be a byproduct of continuous effort, of daily commitment to your own growth and well-being. Happiness then will not be an uncertain quest. It will not be something distant. something you have to search for relentlessly. It will be the result of a life lived with purpose, dedication, and discipline. When you dedicate your time to what truly matters, when you build a routine aligned with your deepest values, happiness will not just be a possibility, it will be a certainty. Happiness arises when you have clarity about what you want and commit to achieving it. It comes when you invest in yourself, when you allow yourself to grow, when you choose to surround yourself with good people, good influences, and when you dedicate yourself to learning and improving every day. It will be the side effect of a life well lived, a life built on solid foundations of wisdom, action, and patience. When you adopt this lifestyle, happiness begins to root itself in your being, and it becomes a natural state of being. It is not an isolated moment or a specific achievement, but a way of life. With each step you take with faith and determination, happiness becomes closer, more accessible, and more constant. It becomes the foundation on which you build your daily experiences. Therefore, when you live this way, with discipline, making good choices, and keeping your mind focused on growing and becoming better, happiness will not be something you have to chase. It will be something that accompanies you, that surrounds you, that grows with you. It will be an inevitable consequence of the life you choose to create. Happiness, then, will be yours because you made it a priority, and it will be the fruit of a path lived with intention, effort, and wisdom.